Good evening, ladies. I hope you are all getting really excited about this group. I know how exciting it can be to think about change, and I know that every single one of you guys are here because you desire some kind of change. But I also know how hard change is, and really that is in every area of our lives. And I know many of us have tried to make healthy eating and getting on a workout schedule just really to be part of our lives. And we are constantly feeling like we are starting over, which really leaves us discouraged. And I totally understand that frustration. And so each one of you are going to be setting goals. You can be setting your own goals. But I want you guys to know that my goal is to give you guys the guidance on thinking about and being aware of our mindset. And to really encourage you and guide you and not trying to change too much at once. Because a lot of times life is just too crazy for us to change everything at once. And also, the diet industry has just fed us with viewing this lifestyle, this healthy lifestyle, as drudgery because a diet is full of rules. It is full of foods that we can't eat or labeled as bad. And so then when we do eat them, we think we are bad because we just ate this bad food. And it's full of cutting calories, cutting fats, cutting carbs. All of those things are just built into our mindset of what a diet is, and then we associate this lifestyle change with this diet. So I want you guys to really think about your mindset on this entire lifestyle change and what you view a diet as, because I guarantee you we have all been on some sort of diet that we have cut this out, cut that out. We've become miserable. Our families have become miserable because of it. And so my goal is to really help you guys implement a new mindset on this entire journey. And I want you guys to make this your so-called diet. Because what is right for someone else is not right for you or everyone else. And just because somebody else has the goal of working out 5 and 6 days a week does not mean that your goal of working out 3 or 4 days a week is not right, and does not, because that is what might work for you and your schedule. And that is a huge deal, to just think of all of those factors when you set your goal. To make it realistic that it is going to actually work, is actually by reaching it is going to make you happy and bring you peace. Because working out 6 days a week when you are raising kids and working, you're not going to experience peace by reaching that goal. And so when you guys are setting goals, I really want you guys to think about how you're going to feel when you achieve this goal. And is everybody else around you going to have to sacrifice a lot because of this goal? And how we're going to make sure that we are setting goals that are right for us is by putting in our schedule on our meal plans. And you will see on a blank meal plan that I share this week, or on the meal plan that I will share tonight that you guys can follow this week, there is a spot for your family schedule. I want you guys to put that in. And then I want you guys to expect for things not to go as planned. Because when we sometimes set out this plan and set out this schedule and we have this great idea for this awesome week, we know that nothing goes as planned. And we know that that is just the reality of life. And so up front, I still want you guys to plan, because that is super, super important. But I also want you guys to set your expectations that it's not going to go exactly as planned. And we got to be able to roll with the punches. And then we're going to be focusing on the essentials for you. 1 essential a week, 2 small essentials a week that work for you. And those are going to be the habits that we start mastering. And I don't want you guys to pick an essential that the diet industry or your friend or another person in the group has told you is important. I want you guys to look at your life, your daily schedule, and to think about, you know what, I want to conquer my afternoon munching because this is the time of day that I really struggle with this, or whatever it may be. Or I'm really tired in the morning, and I want you guys' goal to, I don't know if that stopped it. Okay, nope, it didn't. Sorry, my Gabe told me my battery's going dead, of course. So I really want you guys to pick an essential that works for you, not something else that somebody else is doing just because somebody else is doing it. The other mindset change that we are going to just drive in these next couple weeks is to get away from just focusing on weight loss. Because although that is a way of tracking success, or tracking, not even necessarily success. It is a way of tracking, but honestly, it is not the most reliable way of tracking. And so Tuesday, we are going to talk a lot more about this mindset. Because by focusing on the mindset, I want you guys to know that you are basically setting yourself up for complete discouragement and wanting to throw in the towel. So I really want us to get away from that mindset. Our check-ins are going to consist of, I've developed our check-ins to be a little bit different if you've done one of my groups before. They're going to consist of focusing on and celebrating small victories that we did that day. Because by seeing those small victories, it's really hard for me to see small victories. And so by seeing these though, it helps us not only grow, that is where change comes from, is the small daily activities that we don't think are a big deal, but that is really where the change comes. So not only does growth come from those change, but it is where we get our motivation. At the end of the day, when you're like, wow, I had a really crappy day, but then you think about the things that you did awesome at, you're like, wow, today wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be, or that I thought it was. And so we really get our motivation from those small victories. And then we also build our confidence, like, wow, I did not think that I would be able to go to a party and say no to that. And I did. And that is a big freaking deal to see that. So our daily check-ins are going to be it's going to revolve around small victories throughout the day. So a lot of times we focus on the gap between where we are and where we want to be. And so that is another thing that those small victories help us to not just see this big end goal and not knowing how to get there, but realizing that it is those small victories. So this month, you guys all know what December is like. It is crazy. It is stressful. Their kids are on sugar highs. We have a sugar crash and we're irritable. There's less sleep. I mean, just name it, how crazy and stressful this month is. And so we are really, I have some posts crafted that we are going to try to be present even through the craziness. How do you take a step back, breathe, look into people's eyes, focus on conversation, just really notice the things that are going on around us. And so we're going to really try to not remove ourselves from the crazy, because we just know that is going to happen, but to just really how to be mindful through the craziness. And just a lot of yoga and stress relieving and self-care tips that are really, really crucial to just be implementing throughout this month. And so just know that you deserve to show up every single day. And by showing up every single day shows that you matter. You are committing to this group. You are committing to yourself. You are committing to each other. And this is not a very big group. And so I don't want you guys to just show up when you had a good day. Sometimes we get to the end of the day and we feel like we've just been drugged through the dirt in our hair, with our hair. And I really want you guys to share every single moment of your day. When you are happy, when you are encouraged, and also when you are not so happy and discouraged and something's going on in family life, and we're just really here. That is where the community comes in, of just really being here and encouraging and motivating each other. And so because it's not a super big group, I really want you guys to commit to showing up, and just, you don't have to love on every single post that somebody does. I know that, like we've been talking about the craziness, you can't always read everybody's post, and I get that, but when you see something, just share a little love. It goes such a long way and is super encouraging. So I hope you guys all have a really good Sunday night, and I will post the meal plan for this week. And let's do this. We are going to have a lot of fun, and I just really hope that you guys are getting excited. Okay, bye.